Hi everyone, it's Lisa and welcome to Make It Monday. Today's party dress card is going to be created from the Dress Up Framelits and our new paper doilies. So let me show you how I created the dress. The very first thing I did was I used the framelits, the Dress Up Framelits, and I used the dress form and some basic black cardstock to cut out the dress form. Okay, so once we had that, I used very vanilla cardstock to cut out the dress that is sleeveless to make it like a party dress, which gave me this. And then I ran it through the embossing folder. This is the Lacy Brocade embossing folder. Now, I've experimented with this card, and this is the best way for me. I want to thank Becky Roberts, who was the one who originally shared the idea. But I found the best way to do this was to cut off the bodice. So I'm going to give it a haircut right there. And then I am going to attach with snail on the shoulders and down the front of the dress so that I can dress it from the top half, just like this. The next thing we're going to do is take the paper doily, and you're going to notice that the correct side is smooth and the back side is a little bit rougher from the laser cut. But what I want you to do is I want you to fold it, not quite in half. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll put my hand behind it. I don't want you to go all the way in half. All right? Then the next thing I did is I cheated. I put some SNAIL adhesive right down the center here, and I visually found the center of the doily, and I dressed the form. And then I compensated for the hips. So here we go, here and here. Then I used a little bit of snail to hold this top part in place. And I cut 2 pieces of ribbon. This piece is 2 inches and this piece is 3 inches. Now the 2-inch piece, I put SNAIL adhesive on the 2 raw ends, and this is going to be for the waist. And I want to cinch this nice and tight. We want her to look nice and skinny. And there you have it. And then here, to kind of hide this fold, I put a little bit of SNAIL adhesive down the center, and I pinched this so it formed a V. And while it was still not attached, I went ahead and just kind of trimmed the ends up to give it a little bit of a tapered look. A little more SNAIL adhesive. This stuff is a lot stronger than you think it is. It's great for ribbon to paper. And I mounted it like so I could kind of hide the imperfection of my fold. Now the next thing I want to show you is this gorgeous flower trim. I've used quite a bit of it already, but it comes netted together. The great thing about this and why it's such a great buy is you can cut just one of these off, which is what I've done. And then with my scissors, I went in and I cut off any excess netting that showed. And then used a glue dot, find the end here, and I pressed the back of it onto my glue dot to lift it, and I mounted my flower on the hip of this dress. Now if I want to go back and make these a little shorter, I can. The other thing I did on this dress is I went ahead and I sponged the edges with Crumb Cake ink, just to kind of give you an idea. I dabbed it inside, and then I went all around the dress. And of course you would want to do this before you mount it because it's going to make life a lot easier for you. But that'll just give you an idea. Now I also noticed too that no 2 dresses are going to be the same. Just like no 2 women are going to have the same amount of width in their hips. So it's a beautiful thing that we're all different. So this one's narrower and longer, and this one is more of a party dress and wider. And then I went ahead and put dimensionals on the back. And you'll notice how I only embossed with the same Lacy Brocade embossing folder just about a half of this card and attached it. I didn't want to take away all the dimension from the front of it. Use these gorgeous pearl jewels. I used a large one here in the center, and I used the smaller ones on either side to create a necklace. Nice and simple. So there you have it. That's today's project. I look forward to seeing you next week for Make It Monday.